Welcome to Fun Mentals, where you want to go and what you want to know to develop a playful mindset. I am your host, Baron von Merkva. Anyone who knows me knows that I'm big on making displays. I have displays for the business I'm building, how much money I intend to make, to inspire me with my exercise goals, to the science fiction films I aim to produce, to remind me of my purposes in life, and a bunch of other stuff. Of course, some toys. Now, on one hand, this could be seen as obsessive, as a clear sign that I'm trying to escape reality. And that may be true. I am a bit of a freak when it comes to displays. But my intention with making all these displays is simply to remind myself of all the fun things there are to get up to. And naturally, because doing it is fun. I have my individual goals that I am pursuing week to week and month to month, but these reminders are for the big picture vision. This is basically the same as a vision board, where you collage together words and images that represent your goals. I have to tell you, this childish practice has probably done more to give me a playful mindset than any other single action. It's impossible to gauge an exact impact because it's so subtle. Yet seeing these images and being reminded of the intention behind them has seeped into me in a way I can't fully quantify. I see this future I'm making up every day because I do the vast majority of my work in this room with this wall. I see this all day long. Now, even I would have predicted that at some point this would all become so much background noise. But I'm pleasantly surprised to say that they still pack a punch for me. I've kept adding to them, but some of these I made 10 and 15 years ago. Do you remember the video I did on complaining a few months ago, where I recommended putting up a display that said, "No complaining"? I've left that little dude on my door ever since. Which brings me, finally, to the point of this video. If you don't see it, you won't think about it. Literally, out of sight, out of mind. Am I saying you have to plaster pictures on your wall to be effective at reaching goals? No, they don't have to be on your wall. I am saying you have to display something somewhere. Now, some people have systems in place to remind them of what they're shooting for, or they're in some kind of group to keep those goals alive and kicking. And that's fantastic. I absolutely encourage and practice myself following systems and being in a group. Yet there is no comparable substitute for encapsulating a goal in an image and ensuring you see that image over and over. Even if you visualize your goals on a regular basis, something I also practice and encourage, it's the act of constructing a display with your own hands that gives it an extra kick. Like I said, it's just fun to do anyway, when you play with what you intend to see in your future. Yes, it is subtle and sinks in slowly, but it's still pretty potent juju. You do not have to be a crafting master to make a display either. Here's one of my displays. This is just a grouping of toys with a plastic skull sporting glasses. But what I was inspired by when I put this together is what makes it so special to me. It's just a silly little thing on my desk to anyone else. To me, it's an instant reminder just to stay playful and lighten up. Actually, I chose each piece very carefully to reflect a specific form of... I just slapped this together and added the cutout word balloon. Again, it doesn't need to be an elaborate shrine to be an effective display. The time spent isn't what makes it powerful. I have displays on Post-its that still speak to me, like the no complaining display. Many of these will be tossed before too long, Others I will keep around for years to come. I'll keep making more because they work to keep me inspired and keep me focused. And of course, because they're fun to do. Obviously, it takes more than just reminding yourself and being inspired to fulfill goals and dreams. Yet, this is where it all starts. Or here, if you prefer. Our visions must be a regular part of our thoughts and feelings to sustain our actions going forward. Simple sort that I am, I haven't come up with anything better to keep my dreams alive. You make them once, and they automatically remind you for years. I'd call that maximum inspirational efficiency. If you haven't made a display in a while, I suggest you re-examine how effective they can be. In fact, resolve to do one little thing today. Think about one thing you'd really like to see some major movement in. Then imagine what you could put up on your wall or in your room somewhere that would represent that goal for you. It could be an image, a phrase, or just some knick-knack that you associate with your goal. Take 5 minutes, or more if you're having fun, and get that display displayed. You could do this once a week for the rest of your life, and it wouldn't be too often. But just for now, for today, put up something that speaks to what you intend to bring into your fun future. And remember, if it's in your sight, it's in your mind. Now, go out and play.